All right, we wanted to do a little stream in my bedroom for our own edification, just for the hell of it. Probably won't be on too long. I'm going to play a video game, listen to some music, but give me a sec here. I guess we're on here. Yeah, I always, streaming in my bedroom is touch and go because it's the Windows XP computer with some weird browser premium, but here we are. And we got Brother Click, and he's really just here. We're just here basically to, I don't know, man.
Who knows why we're here? We exist, but we don't live.
Yeah, it's like, hold on, why is this? Trying to move without knocking this thing. There we go. Now you can be seen better. How's that? We always move it back into place later. Now I wanted to just touch upon some brief little. I do. Whoever this is, I love that name, David Lee Rothschild. That's a clever name. It's a clever name. Whoever this is. Now, I'm not really here to talk to Starling so much tonight. I want to first we can tell him it's almost like fall really began with October, because here in Jersey, what happened was, I wouldn't call it an Indian summer. An Indian summer is when it's still really hot until like September, October. It was not an Indian summer. It was coolish, warm in the day, cool at night. But even though it was cool at night, it was like you said, the wind had warmed up and then cooled down.
Basically, the hot air cooled down and it was nice.
Right.
Today, this is cold air that was never warm at all.
So even if it's like in the 50s, like last week it was in the 50s at night, but that was, would you say it was
in the 80s during the day.
Right.
By the time the 85-degree weather got down to 55, it was still warm-ish.
Right. Okay.
But today, I think it was only like the upper 70s.
But there's that. It's not just that. It's not just the temperature. There's that chill. That that you feel that autumnal chill. Yes. So it's supposed to warm up again next week. So we'll see what happens. Can you hear everyone? For those who are here, can you hear us okay? Because I'm not sure to position this microphone. I hope he's close enough. We're going to go.
I hope so.
But yes. Anyway, we're not really here to talk to these people. We're here to do our thing for a few minutes. And then, because we got stuff to do, but we really do much these past 2 days. And then again, I feel like you, like me, I bum around. Yeah. You should get some bum around time.
Yeah, right. This is my vacation. I want to get drunk today.
Go ahead, keep talking. I want to hear the other sounds.
Yeah, I guess I should have my time to just do as I please and not entertain this guy. But we do have, work.
I guess you sound all right. I guess it's okay. Just okay.
Just
all right.
Okay.
No, what I sometimes do. Oh, here's your beer. I don't know if I've shared a number of videos of me talking to my shrink. And it's funny, several people, like Todd himself and Danny Boy Dev Pike, are like, why are you talking to this guy? He's a waste of time. And I'm like, yeah, okay, first, let's stop. Okay, you have surgery in a few. Okay, why don't you tell us about that? We'll get on with our own existence here.
What's the surgery for?
Because we know you have all kinds of health problems, but what is the surgery for? Okay, well, best of luck, kisses and hugs, all that normie bullshit. But you could at least elaborate, because we know you have a lot of problems medically. You are the most medically fucked up person here. You'd probably have a pretty nice life otherwise. You'd be married off to some Jewish girl because you're a kike. You're a great job, white collar job. You'd probably have a great life if it wasn't for all your physical problems. But something to do with your leg or elaborate. Your knees, right?
Wow, both knees. Usually it's just one, but you're getting them both done.
You think you have to? What's his name? That black dude who hosts that show about finding your roots. He walks with a cane because he had bad legs, and they did some surgery when he was a teenager and fucked him up. You think you're going to end up walking with a cane or a walker after this? It's like, well, hopefully you won't be in pain. I mean, yes. Salute to Benny Brad, whoever he is. I actually caught Nostalgia Bash was on. I went in briefly. He was driving around. I said hello to him. He thinks I'm a bully. I'm like, what? I'm the guy who gets bullied. I have no idea what the fuck he's talking about. What do you think, bro? See? He thinks I bully dumb. I'm like, what?
To be discussed.
You have 2 separate surgeries coming up? Because I really don't want to talk this. I thought this would be. I didn't think I was going to talk tonight, so I thought we would just, I'd read a little article that I came across that I liked. But before we get to that,
they do one knee and they do the other.
Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, so they do one knee, then the other. Okay. I have no idea who Benny Brad, Benny Blanco. I have no idea who these people are. I don't care. Other nesters that the Starlings fly off to. Who cares? But I did see Nostalgia Bash briefly, and He was like, "Oh, you're a bully." I'm like, "Dumb is my buddy." That's like ribbing. It's like, friendliness. It's not malicious. I've always said intent is key. And I don't know. A lot of people say I'm an asshole to Dumb. So okay, maybe you guys know Dumb better than I do. I only met the guy in real life. Who else? Raise your hands if you met Dumb in real life. You can raise your hand, buddy. Yeah, okay. Other than us and Donda, of course, and maybe what's his name? That asshole. What the hell's his name?
Amherst.
No, Todd. How can I forget? No, I met that other asshole in California. What the fuck's his name? You know the guy, McHenry Cruiser.
Oh yeah.
But only a handful of people met him in real life, so I don't need a lecture from some asshole. But okay, let's digress. Okay, I didn't come here to talk about Dumb or Nostalgia Bash.
All right, so he looks up articles about autism, social awkwardness, and whatnot, and he recently found something.
Oh, wait, now I'm getting pissed. Lennon, yeah, he lived in Pennsylvania, past tense. He lives in Australia now, so any collab that could have been won't be. My brother and I actually took the time to collab, and like a week or so later, he left for good. So, not trying to beat this to death. A few actually took the time to meet the dude. But that's not even the point. Exactly. I don't bully. Does Bash even know what bullying is? There's a malicious intent with bullying. I'm happy for Dumb, but I'm a very honest Spurg. I might say things that are not polite, but it's not meant to be fuck you, I hate you. I get a lot of that. I get a lot of trolls who seem to hate me for some reason, even though they don't know me. They want to take me down a notch, which is kind of what I was going to get into with this stream. But I don't feel that way about Dumb. I may, because I don't really like, as a Spurg, I don't like all the lovey-dovey. I like honesty. But as long as the intent behind it is good and pure. And you're right, Dumb might be too stupid to know. See, I say it like that. I say it lovingly. I don't hate Dumb. But yes, he's kind of an idiot sometimes. He might be too stupid and think that I'm actually punching down when no, my intent is, ribbing. There is a difference. And if anything, in other words, we have to spend our life constructive criticism and never saying a critical word, or else we're being bullies. I don't know if Nostalgia Bash knows what true bullying is, but But yeah, I agree, Lennon. I agree. I give him, I give him all that. I was going to give him that advice. I'm like, look, dude, if you can't access your new bank account in America, use your credit card, because your credit card's international. Don't use your fucking debit card, which is going to charge you 4% surcharge because you're out of the country. Use your credit card, which is good anywhere, and then use your bank account in America to pay off the credit card. You can do that online. If I'm like, so I'll criticize the stupidity and then try to Exactly. F the haters. I agree, David Lee Rothschild. Thank you. I got a lot of haters, but yeah. It seems like the people who hate me don't even, even in that Nostalgia Bash guy, doesn't really get me. You know what I mean? So he doesn't get it. And that's typical with normies in general when they don't comprehend. So I can't comprehend this. It does not compute. Therefore, bad. Now, maybe that's some simplistic survival mechanism, but maybe that's my problem. When I do encounter bad people, I take the time to think it out. Maybe I think too much. But these people are very shoot first, ask questions later, which is something us Spurgs suffer with, even when our intentions are good. And that's where I was going to go. I'm sorry, did Doggo want to finish telling us about his surgery, or where were we here? Okay. Well, I wonder if I've shown videos of my shrink. Maybe I'll do one more. Even Todd had said, "Why are you talking to this guy?" And no, seriously, if you're still here and you want to share, we're interested. We'd like to hear. But anyway, no, tell us now because you're not going to be here later. Go ahead, Doggo. It's okay. It's okay, brother. See, everyone's always like, "Where's Brother Click?" I brought him on last night. No one seemed to care. He's here right now. Last time I streamed, he wasn't here. Sit down stream, and people are like, "Where's Bro C?" So I brought Bro C, and I don't get it. Yes. No, go ahead, share. We want to hear about you. You got to have surgery on one leg and then surgery. How far apart are the surgeries? Like a week later or like a day later? How far? Or do you have to do one leg, let it recover for months, and then go for the second? I mean, what is the time between surgeries, and is it per leg, or are you going to clarify? Arthroscopic. I don't know what that is.
No idea what that means.
But what is it like? When are your two surgeries? Are they weeks apart or months apart?
Well, he said 3 weeks is the first one.
3 weeks is the first one, but then how much to recover before the second one? He didn't elaborate. Let's not put words in.
Yes.
So after that thing where I try to focus the camera.
Yeah.
That was Beppis.
Yes.
I miss Beppis because she actually one of the few people who would give me some good advice every now and then. not helpful in the white, but she was the one who said I don't have the problem downstairs, but up here she would say, yeah, put your finger right up close and pull it back slowly. And she was right. So no, we don't want to wait. You can't tease us with that and disappear, asshole. No. We need a little more. You can go into greater detail later. You can even do a stream about it. But right now, 3 weeks, you got one surgery. I'm just asking, how long until the second surgery? How much is the recovery? How long is recovery time do you have the second surgery?
He says, I don't know.
Oh, now you don't know. Okay, well. You didn't ask the doctor how long is convalescence, how long to recuperate, how long. And when you have the surgery, are you going to be immobile? Or you need a wheelchair? Is it one of those things where you can't use your leg for a month? I'm dead serious. It's going to be okay, you can't use this leg, or you got to put a cast on it, or use a wheelchair or crutches. Are you going to be using handicap devices to move around? And don't tell me you don't know, because that's if you didn't ask, they should have definitely told you something that major. A week of crutches. Then when you get the other surgery, you'll probably need crutches again. Okay, so it's crutches. You're going to be hobbling around. Captain Crutch will call you. Okay, doggo food crutch. Okay. So let's all pray the Talmud for Doggo that his surgeries go well on his legs. Yeah. That's what I was saying. Right?
Yes.
His brother click. Okay, like we said, today it got chilly. It's supposed to warm up. We were looking at the weather forecast. That's nice. So we'll do some grilling again. But like I said, it was in the 50s. It's been chilly at night. Days are warm. Nights are in the 50s. But it's a cool summery 50s. Chilly. Don't want to walk around in shorts and a t-shirt, but comfortable in the house. I can lay in bed. Today it's that crisp, that crispness is in the air, that crisp autumnal. So even though the thermometer is the same, it's 50 something right now. It's not the same feeling wise. Instead of a cool 50, it's a crisp 50. It's a crisp 50 right now. So it's very October.
Yes, it is.
Get tired. Time for a video game.
Might be, yes.
Oh, that's right. We forgot to say that. Shalom. Shalom. We forgot. How could we forget? It is Yom Kippur. I guess they have, the public schools are off for Yom Kippur. There's a park not too far from here. And 9, 10 o'clock at night, I hear all these kids. I don't know if they're playing baseball or wherever they play nowadays. Yeah. I'm the park, it's posted. It opens half an hour before sunset, closes half hour after sunset. Sunset back at 7:30. The park should have been closed by 8 o'clock. If these kids are there at 10, I'm they're loud as hell. I'm not one of these Karens what are you doing? I'm just not the police. If you used to go to the park too late at night, the police would show up and say, what are you doing here? They just don't give a shit anymore. I'm amazed because it's still clearly posted. The park closes half hour after sunset, but these kids are in the park hours later. It must be a sporting game because they're it's they're kicking a ball around or playing basketball. I don't know what they're doing, but cooling down. Well, What is getting tired? We can end this. We're only going to be on for 20 minutes anyway.
That was the plan, yes.
But it was one thing we got to do. Maybe you can join me or not. We got to get on board a westbound 747. Didn't think before deciding what to do. Oh, the talk of opportunities, of TV breaks and movies rang true, sure and true. Seems it never rains in Southern California. Seems I've often heard that kind of talk before. It never rains in California. But girl, don't they warn ya? It pours. Man, it pours. Does it ever rain in Southern California, doggo? That's an old song. But you made me think, should we go out, fly on a plane westbound, look at this asshole.
Why not? Yes.
It's not like you won't be able to get away. He'll be hobbling. You won't be able to outrun me, man. All right, so. I was going to say, okay, now they're calming down. I'm going to pull up. I sometimes look with my shrink. I've read. Okay. We don't even have to get to that. It was just going to be the theme in the background.
Yes.
My favorite movie or series. You can answer that too. We have a favorite. I don't know. I
don't. I guess I like, Simpsons, Family Guy. I still enjoy those shows. I watch them when they're on. Movie, I like Tommy Boy. I like Smokey and the Bandit. But I really don't have favorites per se. I'm easygoing.
Yeah, like, I like nowadays, like when we were kids, it was rare to see a bunch of TV shows back to back to back. That was called a marathon. Like 4th of July, they'd have a Twilight Zone marathon. Now, I mean, you get DVDs and you can stream, but a lot of these, so we have so many TV channels now, a lot of these TV channels, they call it network decay. They just show reruns, like, USA shows Law and Order over hour. So now it's like every night is a marathon. So sometimes I'll sit down and I'll watch Mama's Family, or I'll watch The Golden Girls, or Married with Children. What else? Or a few other.
The King of Queens.
King of Queens. Like, this is, TV has changed in that sense. It was rarer when we were younger because I guess the media, all these things were on tapes back then, or film reels, and there were less channels. So, it was only a special occasion they would show the same show, like, for like 6 hours. Now it's all television is. Yes. You can sit there and just veg watching like 6 to 8 hours of the same fucking show. Yeah.
Yes.
That's relative. That wasn't like that when we were younger. That's a relatively newish phenomenon. Yeah. So I can binge watch. Even we even have a term for it, binge watching. I can binge watch these marathons. Like King of Queens is on. Fuck it. I'll just sit there and watch this for like 20 minutes. For 6 or 7 episodes because it's easy. Yeah.
Yes.
I hope it doesn't crash. No, with my shrink, I've read him. Like, I've read him stuff. A lot of stuff I get on Reddit. I'm not really a Reddit guy, but when I look up autism stuff, every now and then I read something on these autism boards. Like before I was ever diagnosed, before any of this black pill stuff years ago, I discovered Asperger's, and I would read posts by people, and I think, wow, that's the story of my life. And I was typing in autism and jobs because I'm like, Christ, I got another job again. I'm a spurg. We had to pay the rent money, and you had to pay it. It's like you're basically getting raped with this money. Yes, I had to start contributing. Yes, this is bad.
It is.
So I typed in autism, job, etc. And what came up was not a Reddit post or even a post from one of these autism sites, though it's kind of an autism site. It's a site I'm not crazy about because I think there's a bunch of kids, a bunch of teenagers, but I like this, so I'm going to share it real quick. Maybe I'll share it with my shrink. I won't tell him the source, but this is not Reddit. This is another site. Let's see if I can share without this thing crashing. Hold on. I'll read it. Okay, so this is a website, notorious, infamous. It's called incels.is. And I don't mind, this site, I don't care for it, not because it's bad. I just think it's a bunch of teenagers, a bunch of kids, a bunch of people. Man, I had a bad day in high school. The girl I liked went to the prom with someone else. And I'm like, and you get a lot of these like brown people. Whites can't be incels. They're all fake cells. Just being white, it's like there's so much bullshit on these sites. But I wasn't even looking for this. I was just typing this. So this autism, I love this. If you're okay, this is every now and then you find a diamond in the rough. So I'm going to read this because I like this. Okay. It seems like something I could have written. Yeah, never mind. It seems like something I could have written, except, well, there are some differences. But I like what this dude said here. It says, another thing, a lot of the comments are what you'd expect, like teenagers. Yeah. But I like this post here. Okay. If you're autistic and feel like you have to just meet the right people, then it's already fucking over. And I agree. I think being autistic, even before I was diagnosed, being a spurg, we're not just talking about women or a girlfriend. We're talking about people in general. It's like, it always struck me as magic the way normies could just seem to be buddies. You know what I mean? It never came, in all these different social groups, it never came naturally. And apparently this spurg on incels.is agrees with me. And he writes, by what he's saying here, by meeting the right people, he means if you're extremely low in hib and ugly, you feel like you have to rely on the odd person who can somehow look past all that and just treat you like a normal person. AKA the bare fucking minimum. It's basically always, yeah. In other words, you have such terrible experiences in every social environment. You're hoping that maybe I'll meet the right person who will at least tolerate me for existing. Whereas the vast majority of people don't have to do that. Not only do they make friends easily, they don't have to worry about it. They're just automatically tolerated. So my heart goes out to this dude. He writes, I'm autistic as fuck myself and ugly, but not in the regular invisible way. That's another thing. I know a lot of spurgs will say things like, man, I'm invisible. No one pays attention to me. People even forget my name. Now, I'm the kind of guy who I wish I could be ignored. I'm the kind of guy who gets negative attention. That's why I'm autistic as fuck myself and ugly, but not in the regular invisible way. I'm that uncanny, I like this, uncanny, freakish type of ugly that actually sticks out and draws negative attention. And I find myself constantly in the search for the rare person who isn't completely horrified by my looks and who actually talks to me like normal. This isn't even about women. This is literally about just anyone. It's just a breath of fresh air when someone actually treats me in a way that's different from just the disgust and fear. The disgust and fear I'm so used to and I've come to outright expect it. So I hear where this dude's going. This actually, I should read this to my shrink but not tell him the source. But this is how I feel. I can't even be ignored. It's like I'm like I draw in. People call it abrasiveness. I draw in a lot of negative attention. It's like it isn't just we don't want to know you. It's we fucking hate you and want to destroy you. So this I agree with. And my brother, he might. Before I keep reading, do you agree with where this is going? Or
yeah, it's going somewhere relatable or understandable.
He goes on, whenever I get this outright social rejection, I instantly cope with, oh, well, they're not my people. Oh, well, they're boring normies. And I can relate to that. There is truth to it. Sometimes I think, man, normies. It's just a shame that everyone's a fucking normie. You know what I mean? Because it is sort of a cope. It's like, well, they're just normies. They're idiots. I'll find the right people someday. But this is literally everybody. So, okay. So this guy, like me, tries to cope. Oh, well, they're not my people. They're boring normies anyway. But think about it. The average normie, even the 5 out of 10 ones, can get along and make friends and acquaintances with just about anyone with easily. It's not some fucking treasure search for them to find the right people. Ukuyo. So, in other words, even ugly fuggos who are normies can make friends easily. It's like making friends shouldn't be that hard. Not even making friends, but being accepted, being able to function and exist. Not only being ignored is bad enough when you're trying to get promoted in a job. Wanting to be destroyed, when they want to destroy you. I relate to what this guy is saying. So he continues, this is just something I've realized when I'm sitting at the gym watching people just make friends with each other in the gym like it's fucking nothing, and sitting at AA, Alcoholics Anonymous, and watching the people there just effortlessly converse. Honestly, let me stop for a minute. See, while I can relate to this dude, this guy is not me because, while I may or may not be an alcoholic, I don't go to AA meetings.
And you sure as hell don't go to the gym.
I sure as hell don't go to the gym, but I still understand what he's saying because I've been there. I remember when I was younger, I had some job. I had a very short-term job working at some company. They fired me within a few days. And it was me, and there was one Hispanic girl and this black dude, and we were all new to the job. They were polite, but then the two of them went off to lunch together, and they didn't even ask me to come. And I remember thinking, wow, I didn't feel upset that I wasn't invited. I remember thinking, forget about me. How did they just met? How did they click as if they've been the best of friends? The black dude was, maybe he was good looking. He was kind of balding, but it's like, okay, I'm not upset you don't want to go to lunch with me per se. I'm surprised you want to go to lunch with him because you know him as well as I do. And you're acting like they went for lunch. They drove off together in the same car. It's like in her car. I'm like, how do they become buddies just like that? And me, it's like, she was nice. She was smiling, but it was like, so I know that effortless nature. It's like, how do you like you? A lot of people got invited. I used to work with people.
I worked in a retail store, and no one wanted to destroy me or hate me. I got along while I was at work.
Right.
But then someone moved out of state. Another one got transferred to another store. Then the one girl that still worked there was getting married, and these people came back. They're invited to the
wedding. So in other words, you knew this girl. Who was getting married, and you knew some of these old people who used to work there but
left a couple years ago.
She went out of her way to invite them to come back to her wedding. She didn't even think to invite you.
Not that I wanted to go.
Not that you wanted to go, but you were more surprised. Not that you weren't invited. It wasn't, I'm not invited to the party. It was more, I understand why I'm not invited, but you're bringing back these people who worked here years ago. It's like you're that close.
Yeah.
So the difference, it's not just who are you?
To forge a relationship.
Right.
A friendship, if you will.
So it's not, boo-hoo, I'm not invited. It's more like, I don't expect to be invited, but I don't expect them to be invited either. You're inviting that guy who worked here 2 years ago. You still remember him? You're inviting him? How are you that social with each other?
Yeah, I guess they kept in touch online. I don't know.
But anyway, so let's continue with this. Yeah, AA meetings, gym. It's torture to just constantly observe this and know that this isn't something I'm allowed to be part of because of my fucking face and my autism. Which I still believe most of which is just me being socially awkward and withdrawn because of people rejecting me because of my face. But yeah, how about that? Even in a place like Alcoholics Anonymous, where we all have something in common, nobody wants anything to do with me. That's why I remember my shrink once suggested, would you ever want to try group therapy? And I'm like, I never fit in groups, whether it be in school, whether it be in the job. I don't go to church because A, I'm not religious, and B, it's just another social gathering. I don't want to go to a fucking group. I don't want to be outside. It's like, I'm just gonna be, even with a bunch of weirdos, I'm gonna be rejected. So it's like, why don't I go there and just do it? And they don't want me around, and you can feel it. But so yeah, it's like nobody wants anything to do with me besides like two people. There might be a couple people who are. I said that not everyone hates me. A few people might be polite, will be acquaintances, but again, they're not going to invite me out to lunch. Where they'll be nice to me, but they're not going to invite me out to lunch. Whereas that other guy over there, it's like, so it's
a shallow acquaintance.
Shallow acquaintance, yeah, just someone to shoot the shit with. But all right. Yeah, that's the most, same thing. When I do have positive interactions, it's just shallow. Hey, we get along. We're getting along with each other because you're a nice guy, but we have to tolerate each other. I don't want you coming to lunch with me. I don't want to invite you to my wedding. Don't want to hang out with you. But I can tolerate you since I have to be here and you have to be. I used to have that in school. There were kids who, they wouldn't invite me to their birthday parties, but they want to be my buddy in lunch because, well, I got to be in school right now and you got to be in school right now. So I like you and I can tolerate you in school. Since you're here and I'm here, I can deal with you because you're here, but I wouldn't choose to associate with you. I think you had a lot of that. A lot of people thought you were funny.
Yeah.
But they never invited you.
Yes, correct.
So I'm a Spurg adjacent. People want to harm me. Like this guy in this post. My brother's usually seen as harmless.
Yes.
No one really wants to hurt him. He's just not, included.
I'm a non-threatening non-entity.
Right. Well, this guy he says I can't even be invisible. I can't even be invisible. But I actually envy people like my brother and these other Spurg adjacents and failed normies. But okay. But even then, sometimes they speak down to you like a child, or I'm basically fully. Okay, I love this part here. I'm basically fully checked out of life right now. Neat. I guess I'm kind of a neat, even though I don't have any money, because I'm not in education, employment, or trades. But I go back to work. I'd love to have the money to eat neat bucks. But this guy's a neat alcoholic. Alcoholic, and he spends as much time as possible sleeping because he fucking hates being conscious and just listening to music, fantasizing about a reality where I literally just have friends. I was like that when I was younger. Now in my 40s, I don't do it so much, but probably when I was in my 20s, I used to stand, I'd put the headphones on, I'd stand there and kind of rock back and forth to the music and think about it. So I can kind of relate to that. But again, I don't like the site because I feel I'm a little too old for it. I'm in my 40s. Most people here are, I want to say, teens or 20s. So, but I can relate to this guy, and he's observing things that I think I always subconsciously knew, but didn't really fully grasp or comprehend until into my 30s. So my heart goes out to this dude. He articulates it fairly well. He likes to spend his time sleeping, drinking, being a neat, not even worried. And so it says, he fantasizes about a life where just having a girlfriend, not even, fantasizing about a reality where I literally just have friends. I'm not even a complete hermit. Not even a girlfriend. So I'm not even worried about the wife, the kids, the good job. Just a life where I'm treated like a human being. Okay. Oh, where I'm not a fucking non-person. Yes, he feels as I do, like I'm a non-person. Like I don't count. Like the rules don't apply to me. Not because I'm above the law. I'm below it. I'm like a fucking third-class citizen. It's like if I say something mean to someone, I'm a monster. If someone tries to run me over, oh, well, let's turn a blind eye. He deserved it. It's like I'm a non-person. Rules for me, not for thee. And I've been like, I'm on the social outs. Yes, when other fuck-ups fuck up, they normally say, oh, well, they're retarded. They always hold me to they don't treat me like a normie. I don't get to sit at the mature boy table, the big boy table, but they hold me to normie standards when something goes wrong. It's like they just want to punish me. I know a life of feeling like a non-person. You know what I mean?
I do.
This guy's just waiting for the day that someone calls him ugly. He's never even been called ugly yet. Well, either he's still too young to have had that happen to him, or he's really isolated. He wants to be called ugly, or a baby seeing his face and crying, and blah blah. Then he's done and officially wrote blah blah blah. He's actually getting a little too woe is me because he hasn't even experienced that yet. But I agree with the gist of the post. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things that. I agree with the gist of this one. Every diamond in the rough, needle in a haystack. So if you want to blow some out of you. Okay. So I wanted to share that. Good. Everyone's calmed down. There's only 2 people watching, which is great because I just want to, ramble with. This is just background shit. These people are just. These sit-down streams are kind of winding down. I don't mind, when we grill, we can stream. It's background. Yes. I don't even mind putting this on the background, but there's really no need to engage with an audience. But No, I'm glad we did because I wanted to acknowledge that because that means something to me. Because, like I said, I remember Dev Pike was pushing that site. He's on that site. And I'm like, eh. It does. I know a lot of people say, oh, God, it's bad. Oh, those incels. Nothing they say offends me. It just seems like a lot of silliness. Like, oh, just be white, bro. Oh, man, I'm a curry. Oh, man, it's over for me because the girl I liked went to the prom with the other guy. It's like almost like a Sweet Valley high school bullshit there. So I'm too old for that site. But every now and then I can relate. And that dude, he probably is an ugly fuck. But when people say autism isn't real, it is. You can go on Spurg sites and you can hear stories from people who were good looking enough to get into a relationship, but they still like something like to say, man, I don't understand the normies at work. They all want to get me fired and ruin me. And even though I'm the harder worker, they treat me like shit. Thank God I have a wife and kids to go home to. It makes it all worthwhile. I'm like, so even I don't believe it simply looks, because there are people who are good looking enough to get into a relationship, but still have these Spurg socialization problems. So, and this kid's still young, and you might be being influenced by that, So, yeah, your face is a big part of it. But then again, I think being a Spurg shows in your mannerisms, even if people don't know what a Spurg is, subconsciously, Subconsciously, it shows. Yes, it shows.
It does.
Well, I can't forget this evening, or your face as you were leaving, but I guess that's just the way the story goes. You always smile, but in your eyes your sorrow shows. Yes, it shows. I can't live if living is without you. I can't give anymore. Yeah. But I think our uncanny valley, even that guy was talking about it, being a Spurg, even if the normie doesn't know what a Spurg is, doesn't get it, it doesn't matter. They might not know the term for it, but they know something is different here. Something is wrong here. Something's off. And no, as a Spurg, you can intellectualize all you want. You can't hide it. So, yeah, I guess if you're really super duper good looking, it can compensate. People will still pick up on your Spurg mannerisms, but women might forgive it temporarily. If you're really good looking or you have a really good skill, people might overlook it. You probably still struggle with relationships. But yes, halo effect can compensate to an extent for Spurgy nature. But if you're ugly, if you're an ugly fuck, you better hope you're a normie. If you're a normie, you might have a chance to oofy doofy your Betamax. If you're an ugly Spurg, not only do you don't have the face to halo, you don't have any normal attributes. People can pick up, which is why I always say being a Spurg is part of looks. They can pick up on that uncanny valley. I mean, would you agree or disagree? I mean,
they can, yes.
But now, do you think I'm a bully?
You can be sometimes.
I can be an abrasive asshole, but I wouldn't say I'm a bully.
Yeah, you can bully.
I'll give you an example of bully. You haven't said anything too personal. What, you think I'm an asshole to you? Is that you're using you? Are you the benchmark?
No, I mean,
Shit, this is dying of charges.
then again, you don't interact with many people but me. Like, I remember when the grill fell apart, and later on you were like, "Oh, I want your shit food. Why'd you buy the blah blah blah?" A lot of the insults are a part of bullying.
No. Well, hold on. The truth is, I was feeling that way, but I kept it to myself. Then when the tragedy happened, I was like, fuck it, I'm going to let my true thoughts out now because I was mad. But a true bully would have said right away, "That's stupid, idiot." I was nice. I didn't get nasty until we had an almost tragedy. It's funny in hindsight watching it. But at the time, it's like, oh, shit, the deck might break. But yeah, in hindsight, it's definitely funny. But I mean, I was, so if that hadn't happened, I wouldn't have been so mean. That's a bad example. I don't know how I bully dumb. I still understand what they mean by that, but I'm willing to listen. I'm willing to be open-minded. People say, "No, you're not OC." Like Bash was saying, I rule with an iron fist. I disagree. I'll put people off screen for a minute if I want them to shut up for a minute to finish a point. But no, I'm open to criticism, but people never explain. It's almost like the way I feel in general. Not even just with me. I've heard people criticize others, but not really criticize. More, oh, he's an asshole because he stared at me weird. Okay, but what did he actually do? Elaborate. Well, I just don't like him. That's what I'm not getting any legitimate, valid criticism. I'd be open to listening. I might disagree, but I'd be open. All I get is, well, I don't like the way you said that. I don't like the way you looked at. I don't like how you put him behind that. My feelings, bro. It seems almost like a feminine. Like these people are ruled by their feelings. I mean, you're entitled to your feelings. We all have feelings, but there's that sense of put a finger. Okay, here's why I think you're a bully, because X, Y, Z, and I see this bullying behavior, and I think, give me like some intellect behind it, not just, well, you like that joke you made, so you made me feel bad, therefore you're a bully. My feelings. It's like, go fuck yourself. I'll show you this one more beer, and we'll say goodnight in a minute. We say goodnight. Well, I'm gonna get a beer first one. I mean, I'm okay. Or do you want to get a beer? You want to hold the fort? There's no fort to hold.
Yeah, I'll hang out here.
Let's talk. If you go nuts, the things you want to. Is let's see. Today is the third day of your vacation. You've been off Monday, Tuesday, now Wednesday. You got tomorrow your dentist. Thursday, Friday's the doctor. Saturday, Sunday. You'll probably be off Monday, right?
I might have to
go back. So, what would you? You have actually been. Tom, you don't have to go too deep. So, you've been cleaning your room a bit, or what?
Yeah, I did manage to go through a few drawers. I found some clothes that don't fit. I found like a whole bunch of like office supplies, like note cards and pads of paper. Just a bunch of stuff I put in drawers years ago, never used. I should probably get rid of them. We need to start getting rid of stuff, or at least rounding up all the stuff we want to get rid of. I've started that process. There's still some yard work to do. But yeah, so I've gotten to sleep in, which I do enjoy doing. No alarm clock. You just wake up when you naturally wake up. That's good. And I did manage to go through some stuff. So, it's so far my vacation's going all right. I enjoy what's happening.
Oh, you bet, buddy. I know no one's there, but can you wait for me to get back up?
Well, you can't really pass in the room.
I'm going to get off soon. It's just, I asked my brother, I said, all right, I'll go down and get the beer, hold the fort. If you had to piss so badly, why didn't you just say, I got to piss? I would have said, okay, take a piss and get a beer while you're out there. And I wanted to ask him, because he was going through his room, where did he put that shit? But anyway, I like that post. I always say, see, I'm double flanneled. It was chilly. My room isn't too bad, but downstairs is this not just the low, it's more than just the temperature. It's that there's cool 50s and there's chill 50s. It's chilly 50s. Anyway, I was going to say, I agree with that. I can relate. I think, I don't care if people mock it. It's a lived experience, World's best dad. I don't know where this came from. Maybe my sister bought it from my father maybe it was just some free gift. I don't know where this came from. World's best dad. I have no idea where this mug came from, but I actually like how it's not too tall, but it's wide. If it didn't have this damn handle, this would actually be a nice, like a huge drinking glass. You know what I mean? So we found it. One of the things my parents left behind, because I guess my father didn't see himself as the best dad in the world. Correctly so. So, and I got one of my aluminum cups. Okay. Anything else? Christ, again with this shit. All right. Anything else to discuss? I'm glad I talked about that. Yeah, I was saying, like, if you had to piss, when I say I got to piss, I'd say, okay, piss and get a beer. You have one. It's like, remember one time our elderly aunt, who's dead now, they were moving her from her institution from one floor to the other, and my parents were there, and her sister Annie had one job to do, was keep her company, but couldn't even do that. It's like, you have one job to do. If you got to piss somebody, I didn't say I got to piss. I was almost back upstairs. You shouldn't leave the fort.
I heard you coming.
It's not the end of the world. But you had to piss that badly.
Yeah, because it's easier for me to leave the room when you're not sitting in your chair. So I said, okay, he's coming up. Let me go. But then, like, you weren't there. Like, what the hell? You took your time, buddy.
No, so I had to find the bottle. I got a Corona. No, where is it? I got a Corona, which is not a twist off, and I couldn't find the fucking. I found it eventually. It was further in the back, the bottle opener. Actually, don't I have one in this room? Where's my? I can't find the one in my room. Hold on, I had one in here. There it is. Oh, okay. I found it. Always keep this nearby.
Plus, no one's talking anyway. It doesn't even.
Oh, who cares about them? It's just the principle. You should. Or you can put, if need be. I should show you. Maybe I should have done this. If you had told me you wanted to piss, I would have done this.
Oh, right. So we're back. Hope you all enjoyed that news.
No one's here. Who cares? Who cares? No, I'm glad I read that article because that's how I feel. You feel like a non-person. It's just that you're ignored. For me, as a Spurg, it's like they want to destroy me, come after me. But anyway, I'll say. I'd like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony, grow apple trees and honey bees and snow white turtle doves. I'd like to buy the world a Coke and buy the Coke. It's the real thing that the world wants today, Coca-Cola. I'd like to buy the world a Coke. I'm going to end this down. I'll wind this down. The battle loses. Got that. Okay, good. We'll probably want to do a little game. It's like I don't keep you up to it. It's later than I thought. We were trying to get some clerical shit done. We're having problems with our printer. Like we need more ink. So like the scanner part won't work because it's almost like forced obsolescence.
Exactly.
Like you were saying,
if something doesn't work, it wants everything to fail, so you can't keep on using it.
Right. In other words,
I'm going to force you to buy something new.
You can't just use it as a scanner, even though you could in theory. The computer's saying, or the device is saying, up, you don't have enough printer ink, therefore you can't scan. So, like, I'll be scanning one thing, it scans. I open the thing to put another page down. The tray and says, beep, beep, error, page. I'm like, well, of course the tray is open. I want to do the next page on the glass scanning. So it's like they force it to not work. But
correct.
Put this on the back. Is there anything else you want to? Don't worry about the starlings or people talking. Who cares? Just having on a background stream. We want to play some.
Yeah, I guess.
I can't believe how late it is. Like it shouldn't be 2 a.m. This is kind of fucked up. Want to go another 6 minutes just to discuss what are some things you'd like to get done? Like we got to like pick a room and say we want to use Dale. We always talk about things we're going to do.
I talked about that.
When you were doing shit in your room, where'd you put the clothes you want to donate? You put them in the other bedroom.
The other bedroom.
Well, I mean, it's like we should like go through like our study, all those shelves, go through that shit.
All those books and stuff, yeah.
What about the basement? Clear the basement out. Any of the shit in the basement? I mean,
yeah, but
then you're saying you have shit elsewhere. So
exactly.
Yeah. We're gonna get this done. I mean, it's like, yeah. All right. Well. Yeah, but these sit-down streams are getting kind of like. There's no point in it. I have nothing to say really. I keep talking about doing those videos. I can't bring myself to clean the bathroom, so I got problems. We gotta get this done.
Yes, you do.
But I feel we'll just it's. Should we just take a streaming break? Maybe just stop streaming because streaming is kind of a distraction. It's just a way to
yes.
And even the video games and the music. Well, we should do that. But I mean, we got to get shit done. You got a dentist appointment tomorrow, don't you?
Yeah, I do. Yes.
All right, so let's see.